from me.
I still have so many thoughts about this though, because if she's the one who taught the curator to paint, and the curator is tied to Renoir in some way, it all leads me back to like the whole like light and shadow versions of people. Oh, it's so cool. Tomorrow comes! Yeah, I'm glad I decided to just do this tonight. I think it would have been really hard for me to try to do it at like 11 p.m. Also, hi, Zerol. Yeah, I think you can play Baldur's Gate 3 on its own. Here we go.
How cruel of your father to use
I
you like
do
this.
not know the timing for these, by the way. Okay. I could have done some parries there, but at least I did the dodge. I'll take it. Whew. Oh, I forgot to switch to her having her ice move again. Bummer. Boop. I'll do this for now with Minoko. More hits.
Do you understand what you've done? You killed him.
Woo! Okay. Oh, I'm stressed, but I'm excited. Well, I failed at that. Maybe I should try to dodge those. Whew. I got really unlucky with Elemental Trick, I think. I forgot I took second chance off of her. Might use him to just heal right now.
That's more like it.
You can't shoot your verso like this.
Okay. Fuck! I'm so close to getting all of the hits of that. And it's the same pattern, so like realistically, I should be okay with it. Whew. Here we go. Alright, you are broken. I would use his gradient charge and keep her stunned, but she's gonna go into phase 2 anyway, so who cares? I'm a Minoko stan though. Okay, here comes our Mon Ami. Here we go.
I don't like this.
At first I thought we were gonna just like flee and run away. I want to switch to for Bravely Default. Here she comes. This is so cool. We have to get him. Y'all, the SKA emote is almost finished, by the way. My emote artist is almost done, and I cannot wait to show y'all. I'm really excited. We're all gonna feel very wee soon. Pride Month with Sia and Luna in the party. True, actually. The Monoko emote is next, by the way. I don't remember if I said I was gonna do a Monoko emote, but that's next. This is forever such a sick shot. I'm sorry. This is like one of the coolest shots ever.
Renmar can grieve however he likes, but I get to grieve my own way.
God, she's so cool. I want to heal everybody up to full.
Energized.
So let's do that real quick. Get the burn. Sanctuary. Whew. All right.
Warriors, another dance.
Oh, okay. Meteor time.
Man, I taught him to paint. He seeks to use my creation.
I need to learn more about their family. Come on. God, these animations are so sick. Oh, shit. I missed the last one. That's such a bummer. Girl, you are almost dead. I have to heal you. I'm sorry.
Foolish child, you defied me, and now he's dead.
I cannot get that timing down at all.
Energized.
Woo! Okay, but I got that down. Oh, but now you're burned. I don't like that at all. Woo! Do that. Sorry, I'll read chat after I've healed up my party a little bit.
Watch out, Monoko.
Alright, here we go.
Tell your father I don't need him to look out for me.
You don't, Queen. You really don't. I kind of hate you because of what you've done to people I care about. Oh. Dang it. Miles dead. Yep. Dang, they're both dead. Whew.
The expedition's not over.
Okay, we got this.
Energized.
Oh, I didn't see it from that side. No! Oh. Let me heal them up. Oh, this is unlucky. Oh, shit. Oh, she's so dead on her next turn.
Time.
Oh, the burn is what's gonna get me. I might have to put something that, like, allows statuses to be removed with, like, healing tints. Whew. With practice? Oh, shit. No, I'm too early. There we go. Mile died again, though. Fuck.
Brilliant light.
Whew.
Let's finish this.
Okay. I am determined. I'm sorry, I want to do Gustav's move. I know I probably shouldn't have, because soon I'll be able to do break damage.
It likes you.
I'm not crazy. I know exactly what I'm doing.
No! I almost do want to do this just to heal him back up. I'm scared, dude. I'm scared. Good night, Grace. She will die in 2 turns. But see, that's not gonna do anything if I do it right now, so I feel like...
Okay.
Okay.
Better. Okay.
Okay, I did 1 hit a little too late.
Take down their shields.
No shield for you!
Energized.
Still need your help.
Keep going.
Okay, counter get.
So much potential. Okay.
She will die in 1 turn, but she's not dead yet. Do it, girl.
On gas.
Time.
Why am I still cursed?
I'm ready.
Okay, well, Lune died anyway. So... there it is. Hi, Lazar. Welcome in. Oh, she has second chance. I forgot. Life is good. Life is good. Life is great. I forgot about that.
Elements. Converge.
Finesse and grace.
Monoko will die in 2 turns. So will she, and I don't understand. Y'all hate me. Hi, Meander. Welcome in. Take this. Paintress, I love you, but holy shit, dude. I don't have any way to clear status effects, unfortunately. Fuck. Damn. She will die in 2 turns as well, but that's okay. I would like to have her in Virtuose stance. And this move is kind of epic. Bye, Spitzy. Take care.
Energized.
Damn it. That is not good.
Overflowing.
I have 1 more revive tint. Okay. Whew.
Brilliant.
We got this.
I'm better.
Oh my god.
Cup is full.
I still got this. It's fine. Don't worry about it. This would revive all of us, not needed.
You can't escape.
There we go. How come she... Wait. What? Is there gonna be like a phase 3 or did I do it? I haven't seen this cutscene yet. Please bear with me. Oh, that's so beautiful. Are you kidding me? Oh. But that's his mom.
Is it over?
No, we're not done yet.
What do we do?
It likes you.
Oh, what? But it's sad. Why is it sad? Why is she healing us? Well, now I don't really want to hurt her. She has a turn, like, really far down the line. That was rude. I'm supposed to do it. God, okay. It's so conflicting for me because it's like, in this moment, this feels so sad. And I know it's Verso's mom, but I also know all of the people whose lives that this woman has, like, destroyed by, like, tearing apart, like, their families with the gomage and everything. And I think this is so hard. Like, it's like you want to save all of the people on Lumiere, and this is what you have to do, and you don't want to do it. Hi, Jetpack. Welcome in. I'm not gonna heal her back. She just brutally kicked my ass. But I don't know if I want to, like, I want to see what she'll do.
Energized.
I only have one strong healing kit left. I can't even do anything as her. I have to attack. This doesn't feel right. All she does is heal?
Let's keep going.
I'm glad I got to learn her name at least before, like, reading her, like, hearing her journal. I'm really sorry that I have to, like, kill you with this move, though. It's kind of brutal. You know what? I don't think this will kill her, but I'm gonna do the Gustave's homage to Gustave. It's a circle of life, man. It's just, they've been working to this moment. And I'm sure as emotional as it is and as awful as it feels, it's like it's what they have to do for the people of Lumiere, for those who come after. But I think as much as you know, like, this is something that you have to do, I don't think it makes it any easier. Oh, I don't want to do it. At least it's poetic, okay? No, it doesn't help. Okay. Oh.
Rest now. Things will be better soon.
Poor fair soul. What do you mean by that? Her eyes.
She's gone. She's gone.
It's done. You're free. You are all free.
Is this real?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Gustav's watching over us. Hey, come.
Oh.
Wanna plant it?
They get to plant their flag.
Though presumably, There'll be no one coming after, right?
It's symbolic.
But Verso does not look like things are resolved. And there's something I'm still stuck on in my mind.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Hi, SKA. I think this game will just impact a lot of people for years to come. Like, it's just so wonderful. But in regards to Mayel and Alicia, notebook time. So I just think it's interesting. Because even if she's painted by the curator, if that's what they're trying to say, and even though she had parents in Lumiere, is there a potential that because she was painted to look like Alicia that she's still tied to their family? Is that why she felt so strongly like that she had to get close to her as well? Because it's like she's not related to her. She doesn't have like a... well, that I know of. But she doesn't have the same like emotional connection that I feel like Verso would have, knowing that that's like his mom, and that Alicia would have, and that Renoir would have. It's not like she's known this woman this whole time. In fact, that woman is somebody that has done a lot of harm to her. The curator is the paintress's husband, yes. And is tied to Renoir in some way, which again leads me to the belief of like there are like light and shadow versions. Like maybe these faceless forms are like what you would consider the like shadow. Like since the game is Clair Obscur, and that is an art form also known as chiaroscuro, which is like a technique of like contrast between light and shadow, it makes me wonder if like that's what those were, like if there was a contrast there. I like art, y'all. I like art, and I like art history, and I wish I had studied it. And this is a crazy thought, because we defeated the Paintress, we're going home. If defeating the Paintress is something that would have like destroyed Renoir or destroyed certain things, does that mean that certain creations of theirs are destroyed if they are taken out? Question mark, not sure. And furthermore, is there a potential that based off of what one of the faceless people said, the fading people, one of them had said that she was sad that there was so much art that she would not be able to see in her lifetime. Is it possible that, like, one of her ways of coping with that was having these children that would be able to consume art? And is there potential that just because she's removed as the paintress, it doesn't mean that somebody else won't come? I'm intrigued. It just makes me wonder if, like, there's still a connection to the paintress for Mayel and Alicia, not just through them being painted or being children.
Still feel immortal?
No less than yesterday.
Oh, I'm melting in here, though.
Shall we test it out?
No.
I appreciate the offer.
Monoko, you've been extra quiet since we got to the monolith.
Have I?
What now? We go back to Lumiere and life goes on?
Yeah.
Decades and decades in front of us. Guess this is how it feels to be immortal. What do we do now with all this time?
The expedition might be over, but we're not done yet.
Are we gonna explore?
So many questions left to answer.
Yay, we're going home! I'll read chat after these cutscenes are over, by the way. I like to focus on the cutscenes. Oh, yay! Oh, that's so sweet. They did it! Oh, look at her smile! Oh, look at SDA! All the kids wanting to say hi to Minoko. That's so cute. Is this all a dream, though? Is it all fake? I'm stuck on Miles saying, is this real? Cute. Oh, that was adorable. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Okay. That's so sad. Oh, that's also a really beautiful shot. That's right. I have that down in my notebook, the letter that he was given. Am I gonna read the letter? Hold on. I have it written down. Yes. Like a life to dream. Hi, Fulo, because it says une vie à rêver. Bonjour, mon ami.
Brother, I tire of the conflicts and deceptions that plague our family and theirs. So, I entrust you with this letter. Whether you give it to her is up to you. I'm at peace with what's to come.
Oh.
When the time comes, I hope you will be too. Maya, it's a strange feeling watching you with my brother, laughing and smiling, without the scars or the memories that afflict me. Alicia, as she was meant to be, not this painted version that I am. My family, a facsimile of yours, and this world, a mirror, painted by your mother, the paintress, to stave off her grief. Seeing your expedition through would plunge us all into the abyss. For in ridding the world of the paintress, you'd lose the sole force standing against the one who would erase us, the one who invokes the flowers of the gommage. An act of love, for he does love her. your father. On her monolith, she paints a warning for us all, of the few she can save as her power wanes. We all wish for our families to thrive. Your family, however, believes only one can survive. But perhaps you'll find another way. You who have lived amongst us, perhaps you differ from your father and your sister, as I differ from mine. Your mother paints life, whilst your father, death. What will you paint?
I don't even know what to say. Oh.
You're okay.
Alicia? Oh.
Good, you're awake. Come downstairs.
God. I'm finally learning more about Alicia. Okay, so we destroyed the paintress, I think. Killed her. Really unfortunate. I felt really bad about it. I still do. Beautiful lady. Really hit hard, but then she healed me, and now I'm so sad. However, in the cutscenes that happened afterwards, there were a few things I noticed, and what I'm thinking about. I love the story so far. It's taking me on a roller coaster. I'm a little pissed at Verso at the moment. We'll see what happens. Not really big on him being a Gustav replacement right now. And wasn't really stoked about it at the beginning. I was just like, okay, you're all right. But now I'm really mad about it. But I think there might be an explanation. We'll find out. I don't know. He's just, I don't know. Right now I'm really pissed at him because of events that have occurred. So after we got back to Lumiere, all of my friends just vanished. Okay, all of my friends just vanished. Hi, Gimmick, welcome in. They all were erased as we were reading the letter from Alicia. But there are notes in that letter that I'm really peculiar about. Yeah, I want to know his motivations immediately, or else I'm kicking him or hitting him with one of the many foots that Monoko has, okay? I'm not happy about it. Oh, thank you, Gimmick. But yeah, what I think is going on with Verso, I'm not 100% sure. I'll give some of my thoughts on that in a second. I'll probably go through like my stream of consciousness. Hi Ghoul, welcome in. But yeah, I am fine. I am fine with being in the silly costumes for the record because I have the setting enabled where during cutscenes they are disabled. It's just really funny when the cutscene has a fight attached to it because you'll be watching this emotional cutscene and you'll be in the normal outfits. And so you'll forget for like the cutscene that you have this silly outfit on, and then immediately the fight starts and you're just in a silly outfit. So you're crying and then you're laughing, and it's, you know, that's fine by me. I'll take that. I think I would have lost my shit if Gustav was in the Saka Patat outfit, though, during the cutscene. I love the silly outfits! I had Lune in the Siren outfit for a bit, because it was so beautiful. And she looked like a star. But yeah. Anyways. Okay. Thoughts. I'll share my thoughts now, Mellow and Tears. I'm sorry, I put this off enough. Okay, so I'm gonna go in order of the things that I noticed, because my brain is orderly disordered, okay? Best way that I could say that. My thoughts are orderly disordered. I put them in a specific, like, stream of consciousness format when I listed them out. So, it will feel random, okay? But that's fine. I noticed when the paintress vanished, she had, like, when we erased the paintress, when we beat the paintress, she had gold petals. Mael also does not have red petals when she's like gommaged or erased. She has gold petals as well, not the red or white ones. So I thought that was really interesting, and I don't know if that's just because she's tied to the paintress in whatever way that she is, but I thought that was a little interesting callback to each other, if that's supposed to be how it is. The petals are also really similar to what the area looks like when you fight Renoir the like second time. Unless you count it as, like, the third time because of the Gustav versus Renoir fight. Whatever. I'm not gonna go into that. I mentioned that Alicia refers to her family as a copy of Mael's. Like, she uses the word facsimile, which is supposed to be, like, a direct copy or, like, a mirror. And she calls the paintress Mael's mom, but what I find interesting is if she considered Renoir her father and Verso her brother, she very frequently refers to Mael as having, like, saying your father and your sister at one point, which to me means that she views them as having different fathers and different siblings, which I find very interesting. She doesn't say your brother at any point. She just says it's very, like, it's... Forget the exact quote, but she says, like, watching her brother interact with Mael and, like, laugh and stuff, it made her think, like, that's the life that, like, Alicia was supposed to have, which I think is really interesting, but, like, she doesn't really ever refer to Verso as Mael's brother. So it makes me think that, like, there are people tied to Mael that, like, I haven't met yet. Because Mael said that her parents died when she was 3. But clearly not the people that Alicia considers her parents. So I'm like, is the curator her father? Is that her real father? I don't... It's so interesting, but I'm like, I don't know. Man, I already lost track. I'm saying my thoughts too much, and then I lost track of my notes. Yeah, she says your family, which means she does not consider her painted family, which is Alicia's family, and Mael's family one and the same. I haven't heard... So the unknown voices that were in the end of Act 1, that cutscene, it says, like, unknown man and unknown woman. I haven't heard them in a long enough time. So I don't remember them very well. Hi, Freakish! And since I don't remember them very well, I don't know if those could potentially be Mael's father and sister. Like, is that the curator's voice? I don't know. The other thing that I noticed is Monoko knew. In the cutscene where they're on SGA to go to CL, to go to Lumiere, CL says to Monoko, "You've been quiet ever since we've got to the monolith." And Monoko just says, "Have I?" And when you beat the Paintress, he says, like, "You're all free," but he doesn't really sound excited about it. Like, the tone of voice where he says, like, "You're all free," it kind of just feels like more of like a statement. And also, free from what? When it comes to Verso, what is he free from? Immortality or something else? And what are they free from? But yeah, he doesn't sound happy, and it seems like he knew what the outcome was gonna be because he was quiet the whole time. It's fun listening to thoughts and theories. I have a lot of thoughts. I don't know if I have a lot of theories, but I have a lot of thoughts. So I thought that was really interesting. It also explains why Renoir in an earlier cutscene, which I don't know the exact wording, but Renoir says to Verso, like, "Have you thought about, like, what the effects of, like, your actions could be on, like, these expeditioners, like, the friends that you've made, basically?" And now that makes sense, because knowing that they would also be gammaged, and that the entire time the Paintress was actually trying to give them, like, a warning and was protecting them, and that the curator, since I only know of these two painting entities, these two painter entities, I'm assuming it's the curator that wants to, like, paint death and is gammaging all of them. But damn. And it makes me wonder, like, so the big thing that I have that I'm curious about, was Verso lying about Expedition Zero? If he wasn't lying about Expedition Zero, and him and Renoir are part of Expedition Zero, was the way that they became part of this painted family, like they were painted a role in this family, like they weren't physically created by her, but given this role of father and son? And then how did Alicia came to be? Was she painted as, like, their daughter? Like, how does that work if some were part of Expedition Zero but not all? Like, I'm curious to see what's happening there. The thing that I'm interested about with Verso is there's been a lot of verbiage of, like, the Paintress is doing this for her grief. Renoir said right before the fight with Verso and, like, the squad that she made me inherit that grief, referring to the Paintress. And Verso's response was that son was a stranger. And so if she was grieving the loss of, like, a son, a daughter, a husband, or just the loss of a son and the loss of a husband with, like, losing the curator, is the son, we've seen that they look like these, like, faceless people, these, like, fading away people. Is it possible that, like, have we potentially encountered them? We've encountered a lot of fading people. Or are they completely gone? That's, like, the only thing that I have so far is, like, if this is a painted family meant to, like, stave off her grief, meant to like help her avoid dealing with, like, the loss of specific people in her family or the loss of this family, who did they replace? I'm so intrigued by that. And, like, have I met them? Have I not met them? What does that mean about the other, like, fading away people? If, like, if the Paintress and the curator are these, like, beings that also have this appearance, like, what does that mean about the other people that share that appearance? I don't know. I'm just very intrigued, and I don't have enough information. And I have, like, in my notes, like, are Alicia and Clair something different if they weren't a part of Expedition Zero? Or do I just not know enough about them yet? Am I gonna find out more now? I've thought a lot about this. I've sat with this for, like, 2 days, and at work I've, like, written out notes, like, into Discord and stuff. I have thought about it a lot, but I'm very intrigued. Verso is extremely slimy. I'm not happy with him right now. He threw the letter into the water. What the fuck? You made them all gammage, technically. I know he didn't do it. I know, like, it was not his hand that did it, but he knew that that would happen. And you throw the letter in the water? Why would you do that? Who's gonna read it? They are gone. I'm so mad at him. You couldn't have just kept it? Put it in your pocket. You were holding on to it the whole time. Just hold it. I'm in the epilogue right now. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, that's the only thought I have about Verso is like, clearly he was meant to replace a son. But I don't know. I don't know if I've... Man, I'm fucked up right now. Verso is your second fave out of this game. Well, he better redeem himself fast, Plume. He better redeem himself fast, because right now I'm really upset. I was feeling all bad as well because of how he had to like take out like the paintress and we had to basically kill his mom.
Come along now. I'm in Renoir's atelier.
I'm on my way. Let me explore. Also, I do really love this outfit. Gustave is one of my most favorite characters ever. I thought he was the most endearing, like, different protagonist. I feel like I'm so used to, like, and I don't mind, I want to preface by saying I don't mind this, like, trope in protagonist that's really popular. It's not that I mind it. It's more so just Gustave was so refreshing. I loved how considerate he was, how empathetic he was, how, like... Like, the scene that always stands out to me is the one where you get the passcode to go to see Esquier, and they tell him that he has to yell it, and he yells it, and then he keeps apologizing. Like, he feels so bad for yelling this passcode. Get out of the way! Like, he's so sweet about it. Like, you can tell that's gonna be haunting him forever. And I relate to that so much. But it's also just so endearing. Like, I feel like you don't really see that often in a protagonist. They're always, like, badass, like, willing to do that stuff. Like, you know, like, it's like he's always genuine. He's always considerate of others. He was very empathetic. He cared about those around him. And he also goes through so much that I think a lot of people can relate to. Like, losing so many people, the, like, immediate, like, wanting to go find Maëlle and get her the hell out of there. Like, go immediately home. And it wasn't because he was a coward. It was because he cared so deeply about this family member to him. Like, Maëlle was, like, a daughter and a sister to him. And I felt like it was just so human, you know? I think a lot of the times we think we'll all be like Lune and we'll be able to just say, like, we continue. When one falls, we continue. I'd love to think that I could be like that. And I know Lune has her own struggles, too. But I think sometimes in the moment, it's not out of cowardice, but it's about, like, you care for these people and you want to have... CL kind of talks about it, where it's like, you know, in this world, you're going to lose these people to the Gamage eventually, but, like, you never expect to lose them otherwise. And I think when you're going into an expedition like this, even though you know that people are going to die, you know it could happen, you don't expect it to happen in such a brutal, quick way, like losing that many people all at once, and to potentially lose one of the people that you hold so dear to you. Once you've had that great of a loss, it's hard to imagine, and you want to get out. And so I understand Gustave. I don't think that was done out of cowardice. He's so kind and strong, not in spite of his kindness, but because of it. Exactly. Gustave just really stuck with me, especially his struggles. He had such low moments. I truly felt for him, so I was upset. Lena, I feel that so heavily. I love his conversation with CL, where they kind of bond over their, like, low moments with each other. And the fact that they could both be there for each other and support one another and feel, like, seen by each other is so, so important. But see, this is really interesting to me, because the paintress did not look like this. Obviously. But that does look like Renoir, and that... It almost looks like, with Verso, without his white hair, he looks a lot like Gustave. Anyway. I'm gonna explore a little bit.
Alicia, quit dawdling.
Fuck
Enter the
off!
corridor, you know where it is.
I'm talking to people. Okay? Rude as hell. Why do we have oh, the damage from the fire. Right. That makes sense, actually. Me being like, okay, why are we, like, building barricades in our home? It's getting very Les Miserables up in here. But that makes sense that it is fire. Papa can repair the fire damage, and Clair can repaint the walls, but it'll never be the same. Aww. That's actually a very creative way of, Like, integrating it into the story. This is why it's blocked off. It's because of fire damage. Hi! I opened this little corridor. Can I do it again? As Nobody move. 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 Oh my god, it's so cute. I love him. Look at his little eyes. Oh my god. And they call him Noko and Monoko the Third. Wait! It's a little puppy named Noko? I didn't even see the little pup! Are you joking? So it's Monoko and Noko the little pup. Shut up! So was I technically right? Wait, I was memeing before, but was I right? Did she? No. 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 But Monoko. No way. No way. That's so interesting. I'm so excited. Okay, I love them. Can I pet them though? If I keep spamming it. Monoko the Third. That looks like the Sprung almost. Wait. Oh. Siren. Interesting. What does that mean?
Finally. Our little shadow is awake.
Huh. I mean, that looks like it's a fire, but I can't tell what's on fire. And then... So they are currently... They have the same eye effect as Clair has. Don't mind me, I'm screenshotting everything. Do I recognize the voice actors? No. Should I? I just... Look at that. So is this gonna be... I wonder... Okay. Is this gonna be, like, where the continent and everything is? Like, are they painting, like, an actual, like, alternate reality where all of this stuff is happening? Because the painters didn't look like this either, but... If it's, like, a distorted reality where she's painted a place where her family can exist... But then what happened to your family in Paris. Oh, that's cool. That looks like the Clair Obscur like enemy that we fought. Yeah, I think this is really neat. But that explains so much where it's like you're painting life. If she's painting these creatures and like putting them into like this like reality painting, like she is quite literally creating life, even if it's not here, but in like this world. What's the thing hanging from the ceiling? I can't really tell if it's like an actual thing. It does look like a structure. It almost looks like ink, like gold ink. Because it doesn't really look like it's supposed to be anything. Like those look like they could be legs, but I don't think it is. Okay. I'll talk to Clair. I hope she gives me more information.
Our parents are quite the stubborn pair. They're still fighting each other inside the canvas.
Interesting.
He has her imprisoned at the top of the monolith, and she has him trapped beneath. It's a stalemate.
What were they fighting about? I'm worried they've been inside the canvas. Did you see Verso? So is Verso, like, completely missing? Like, he's just permanently in the canvas? Did you see Verso? I kind of want to ask about him.
You're as bad as Aline. He's not Verso. He's a painted copy built from our mother's memories. You do well to remember that.
So he isn't their actual Verso. I'm not a child. So I'm assuming Alicia can also do the thing where she can hop into the painting as well with her, like, her eyes. Because she's not a painted copy?
Don't roll your eyes at me, sister dear. I know you're not a child, but you're not grown either. And too many in our family have lost all caution and sense of late.
How do you create a painting like this?
They've spent longer than this in other canvases. It's not that dire.
In other canvases? So they've created, like, other worlds.
Yes, I know. Maman's been in there for quite a while already. And Renoir is wasting time in there, trying to help someone who doesn't want his help.
Trying to
have
help
more
someone
urgent
who
matters to
doesn't
attend
want
to.
his help. So their dad is also known as Renoir, which I can assume, unless... I'm so intrigued by this. Can you help Mama?
Help her do what? Run away and hide? She's already succeeded there.
So she's hiding
Honestly,
in the canvas.
If Aline wants to numb herself in the canvas, then let her.
I mean, if she's created this alternate place where she can grieve, like, the loss of this family that she had, I guess it makes sense.
Grief is no excuse. We're all grieving.
Yeah, but it would be hard to leave a place where you were able to paint a family of, like, the people that you miss. I can imagine, like, it kind of reminds me of, like, WandaVision with the concept of, like, you grieve the loss of these people, and then if you have, like, versions of these people, even if they're not the same, you have to grieve that loss a second time. I imagine, like, the longer she stays in this canvas, the harder it is for her to leave.
She's a grown woman, and she was the head of the Painters' Council. She failed her responsibilities.
What's up? Painters Council? How do I get on there? She failed her responsibilities. What type of responsibilities do you
to
have?
coddle her. And before Verso died, she would have said the same.
Okay, so I mean, I had the heavy assumption that the real Verso died. But okay, if Verso's a painted copy, and if the idea is, maybe he thinks he's helping her in some degree by, like, freeing her from, like, this grief, which they're not really freeing her from. Nobody's ever free from grief. Maybe it's, like, he does say to her, like, it's time to, like, go home. So maybe he's aware? Like, maybe the whole time Verso was aware that he's this painted copy, that, like, this woman is not technically here. Like, she is from another place and she needs to go back to her proper home to be with her family that is alive. Hi, Fulo! Bonjour, mon ami! Bienvenue! Yeah, she doesn't speak words, but Clair can understand, which I think is very neat. Because it's hard for her to speak ever since the fire. That's still hard. Even if you say that, like, they weren't real versions or whatever, like, it doesn't take away the experiences that that person had with those versions of the people. And that it still feels like you're losing those people again, you know? I think it's easy when you're not experiencing that type of grief to be like, well, it's not the same type of loss. But, like, to that person, it probably feels that way, you know? Can you help
I already
Papa?
have. Aline is more skilled than Renoir, but I've tipped the scales in his favor.
What did you do? Claire helped. Interesting. Okay.
I have my pets in place. She who controls chroma controls the canvas. I can't take her chroma, but I can keep it from returning to her.
So, was Claire painting the entire time? Was that not interesting? Or maybe I'm not understanding. Hi, Yoshi. Welcome in. Hello, hello. I'm intrigued. Because she says I have my pets in place. She who controls chroma controls the canvas, which makes sense. This also makes so much sense as to why all of the characters and, like, the world feels very painted. And, like, very, like, ethereal and eerie, and, like, you're drawn to it, almost like you're drawn to a painting. It also makes sense why, like, all of the characters are, like, aware of this chroma that, and, like, ink that they're, like, painted with without fully being aware of the fact that they are living in this canvas this entire time.
Yes, it's enough. It's just a matter of time. As she weakens, Renoir is able to erase her.
No, but he's
creations.
still... Yeah, he's still the curator. So she's somebody else. I wonder if we've seen... Like, if we've seen her presence in there before, or something else. Because he's still present, so he would still be the curator. And that's why Maëlle would see him, who looks like Renoir, but, like, isn't the Renoir that she saw in the actual canvas. It's because he would be the curator, and Claire would be somebody different. Or might have painted something different, I think. Where did she put you? Interesting, Tardiachi.
Fake family. She's made them immortal, but luckily, they're also quite useless.
Okay, damn. Well, Verso haters feel validated. They're also quite useless. Okay. I've asked all my
I
questions.
need you to take care of yourself while I'm gone.
Oh, she sounds so distressed.
Hello?
Leave.
Hi,
The world
thank you for the
doesn't
lurk,
stop simply
Supreme.
because our family's in mourning.
Damn, she's so matter of
The
fact.
conflict is spreading, and there are things I must do if we painters are to survive.
So there's a conflict in Paris. Painters threatened? Interesting. But then how does Maëlle relate to all of this?
You will do nothing. You're too weak to do anything useful. You'd be a liability.
Okay, well that's really fucked up to say, actually. Be nice.
The writers used you against us once before. They won't hesitate to use you again.
The writers? Okay, so we've got the painters versus the writers. Jesus. That's the conflict. Hold on. So, what do the writers do? Do they create stuff, like, not on a canvas, but, like, in a notebook? Wait, shit, am I a writer? Unintentionally? I'm sorry, please forgive me. But interesting.
And I can't promise that I'll make the same choice Verso made.
What did he do?
Verso traded his life for yours.
Okay, so he sacrificed.
I both love and hate him for that.
Was a sacrifice.
Damn fool. Although, if you really want to be useful, then enter the canvas and help Renoir. I need him back here sooner rather than later. I'll fight this war alone if I have to, but I'd really rather not. Can you handle that?
I can handle that, okay? I can ride my bike with no handlebars, alright? I actually can't do that, by the way. I really can't. For some reason, when I see the word handle, it just makes me think of that song, and I actually can't do that.
Lest you forget, the only reason those two are in there is because your naivety cost Verso his life.
Okay. Do we need to blame her? Jesus Christ. This is not necessary. I get that, like, she has to be strong for her family, and I understand that she is also grieving, but, like, this poor girl has been affected by a fire. She's lost her brother. She's concerned for her parents who are fighting it out in a painting. Have a little compassion. Have a little empathy. Like, goddamn. It's not okay. Alicia, get behind me. I got you.
Good. Go to the canvas when you're ready.
People's grief can make them say really hurtful things, but they don't realize that it's really hurtful. Which I know sounds really frustrating when you're on the receiving end of those things, and it can be really hard to understand, but I think anyone that is currently, like, mourning a loss, it's important to be patient and just, like, be kind. She's unfair with the statement, but she's grieving in her own way. It can break your brain, and it might not be, you might not be rational about things. You might not. And honestly, Clair might come to regret that statement.
When you're in there, before you completely forget how to have a conversation.
Okay, well, god damn. The thing for me is, okay, Alicia also went through something traumatic, like going through this fire and losing her ability to, like, speak. But this was back in the Monolith 49, when they were still fighting. And she has her pets in place, is what she said. Interesting. Okay, I have to remember, this is back in Monolith Year 49. It's not, like, our current time with, like, Gustave and everybody. Where he painted Esquier and Minoko. And where Maman and Papa now fight. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, so that does explain... That explains so much, and it's so sweet. Why they're his best friends. But does that mean... Okay, wait. If the reason why Esquier and Verso are best friends is because of him painting them, is Francois Clair's best friend because Clair painted Franfan? Also, that explains so much of their personalities-wise. If Verso is the more, like, happy-go-lucky person and Clair is the more, like, spoilery person, Claire's right. It's my fault. I should help fix this. And I do want to fix this, if I can. Verso would have! And it would be nice to talk and breathe again without pain, without my face being... Not that that's the reason to do this. Oh, sweetheart. It's not. You have... Oh, she's blaming herself now. Enter the canvas, yes. I'm so intrigued by the painters versus writers thing. Also, is it just because the writers are pissed because they can't paint?
If we bring Maman out of the canvas, she'll try to return. We must hide the canvas.
Well reasoned. And such a clever hiding spot you've chosen.
They want to hide the canvas.
she'll still find it, but I'm impressed. This only truly ends if you destroy the campus. And that means stopping the final sliver of Verso's soul from painting.
Oh my god.
See? That wasn't so hard. Wait. That's Aline's chroma. Stay calm. Don't let it take control of you. Calm, Alicia, or it'll paint over you. What an auspicious start. Well, you're about to be reborn in this world as one of Aline's creations. Have fun. At least this will keep you out of trouble until I get back.
Oh. Okay, that explains so much. Also, I would just like to say, I may not have guessed the context, but I was right, bitches!
She's a girl. She's a girl. She's beautiful. What a lovely voice. My love, did you decide on a name?
Yes. Oh, my darling girl. We have precious little time together. You'll never know us. But I want you to know that you are loved. I want you to know you're not alone. You will always be the beautiful child I held in my arms. You will smile the brightest smile. You will cry iridescent tears. You will know love, and you will know pain. You will know loss all too well, because we live in an unforgiving world. But you are strong, and you will survive. You will struggle, and you will learn. You'll find people to call your own, and you will shine as their guiding light. For you will change the world, and the people around you. You'll forever be our princess. I have decided on her name. And her name will be Maëlle.
Oh, that's such a beautiful cutscene. I was right about that too. That probably wasn't that hard to figure out though, truly. I feel like that was a very obvious prediction. Okay, wait, before we watch this cutscene, God. They loved her so much. Also, that's so much to say to a baby. But that's so sweet. I have the notes where, like, when she said that she lost them when she was 3. that she was like not wanted. She said she didn't think she was wanted. Like she was unexpected, so she thought she wasn't wanted at all. I think what's getting to me the most is that the painted version of Alicia in the Painted Family, she said in her letter, oh, sorry, I'm getting emotional, but she said in her letter that Mael was like the way that Alicia was supposed to be. And now knowing that the way that Mael was tied to Alicia is that she got like repainted as one of Aline's creations is kind of like poetic in a way. Oh, boulangerie!
Alicia.
Actually, I prefer Maya.
Oh.
I think I do too. But I'm not really Verso, and you're not really Mael, are you?
You're not Verso, no. You look and sound just like him, but you're you. I'm still Mael, though. You should have helped me remember.
Yeah, I wanted to, but I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. If I'd listened to Maman, if I hadn't trusted the writers, Verso would still be alive and you
Wouldn't exist.
wouldn't be caught in the middle. Maman did a terrible thing, painting you into Verso's canvas, giving you his memories, pretending the fire only took me. But I'm glad you exist.
Your father was right to erase everyone is better this way.
Better for who? Verso would never have wanted his canvas gone. He loved Esquier and his gestrels and grandes.
It was killing our mother. Staying here so long in a make-believe world with her make-believe family.
It's not make-believe. It's not. You're not to me. Papa's here. He'll help me fix Lumiere.
Will he?
Maman painted a rather unflattering portrait of him. He's much warmer than the Renoir, you know.
I bet.
Ugh. Yay! Hello, real Renoir.
Papa!
He even looks like a bit softer. That's so interesting.
I thought I told you to stay home.
Technically, my body's at home.
must work. I regret that it caused you so much pain. What Aline did was unfair to you most of all. Please, accept the Dessendre family's apologies. I know it seems absurd to offer oblivion as recompense, but perhaps that's the outcome we both desire.
What?
I'm proud of you. Getting your mother out of the canvas was not easy. Once we erase the canvas, we won't have to worry anymore.
She's home now. Why?
You know your mother. Verso painted this canvas. It contains a piece of his soul. She'll never willingly part with it.
No.
For the sake of
It's
the
so
living,
hard.
we must part with the dead.
No, Papa. See, I hid the
She
canvas.
will always find it. This is our only opportunity, while she's too sick from her prolonged descent into the canvas to return.
No. Papa. Papa, please. This is Verso's only canvas. You can't destroy the last piece of him that we have. This is my home now. You can't just decide.
Your home? After all that with your mother, you want to stay?
You know how little remains of my life outside.
Alicia, you'll die. You've already been here longer than you should.
But...
No. Look at me, I said no. I am not letting my daughter risk her life. Alicia.
No, Mum. I'm not going to lose myself if I stay.
I know full well you will, and I am not doing this again!
No!
We saw drawings of those.
Time to go home.
And she's gonna paint to like keep him there. Oh, look at. And it's like the gold chroma. Yay!
Verso, come on. Come on.
God, that's gnarly. And cruel. She's gonna bring back our squad. She's gonna paint them back. It's so interesting.
I did it so easily. What am I doing wrong?
Don't be discouraged. It's only been a day since you remembered your painter's side.
We believe in you.
Remember them. Painting isn't about verisimilitude. It's about essence. Truth of who they are. Your father made the axles, right?
She who plays with wonder,
He who guards truth with lies. They're the essence of your mother and your brother.
Yeah, they are. Oh. My girls are back. God, the minute he said it.
He got marched. Wow, your hair.
We have much to talk about.
I'm so glad they're back. Okay, but the minute that he said, she who paints with wonder and he who guards truth with lies, my immediate thought was, oh my god, it's them. Like, that makes sense. Like, he's creating these things while thinking about these people, and it makes so much sense. It's so funny how, like, these things are there. They're, like, little, like, cobblestones leading the path to, like, making the determination of, like, what's happening. But it's, like, at the time, you're just like, oh, that's such a beautiful name. You know, like, you would never, oh my god. I mean, I'm sure there might be some people that were able to, like, figure it out. But, I would never have guessed. Like, it fits Versus so well, but oh my god. The also she who paints with wonder is so beautiful. Oh my god. The lesbians are back. They are back. See how Lune fans we rise. I know you want to talk about the story, but be mindful. Yeah, just let me feel it. Let me feel it and talk about things. Oh. Also, man, sorry, I'm processing things, but when he said, like, remember them, that broke me a little. I've talked about this in, like, a few streams, but when you grieve people and you want to, like, look back and, like, look at photos and things, because, like, I don't know, like, my memory's not very good, you know? And I think a lot of us struggle with that sometimes, where it's, like, having to rely on people and, like, only have, like, your memories to go off of is so hard. And I feel like some of the most painful things with, like, grief and stuff is, like, when you try to remember people and it's, like, it's hard to remember, like, their voice and how they sounded after a period of time. Like, you try to remember their voice and it's, like, those weird, like, little things of, like, oh my god, I don't remember what they sounded like. And so when you have, like, video or, like, voicemails and things, it's nice to, like, look back on those things. Anyway, I'm not gonna watch the rest of the cutscene.
So you were her daughter?
Yes.
And you were a paintress too.
So cool, right?
And you knew this
I knew it.
whole
She's gonna be
time.
pissed.
You fucking coward! You betrayed us! We trusted you.
You can bring them back too. Yeah? Everyone we've lost.
Yeah, but I need chroma and Papa controls all the chroma in the canvas.
No. Not all of it. The expeditioners. The ones killed by Nevrons. Gustav noticed their chroma remains in their bodies.
He did,
They never
yeah.
dissipated. Like the Gamage.
He noticed that at the very beginning. He called that out at the very beginning of the game. When you're walking around, one of the first things he points out when he sees the expeditioners' bodies is he says that unlike the Gamage, like something with the Nevrons caused their, like, chroma. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I love this game.
It's sold chroma and not pure. It won't be like bringing the two of you back, but we could use it in other ways.
Time for the greatest expedition in history.
Monaco, you're the best. Okay, but you know what I really love? Why am I getting emotional again? But, I I really, really love that, like, not only was he based off of, like, a real-life dog, but that the real-life dog also appears in the game as the real-life dog with the little pup. I also made sure at the very beginning of stream, I said, Verso's not, like, completely hated, but he needs to explain his motivations.
Right not to trust you.
And I kind of understand his motivations, but, like, damn, they're really depressing. I think if I'm gonna follow along the lines of, I would follow along the lines of, if he thought that the entire canvas was gonna be destroyed, like that was his ultimate goal, was to free himself from this existence that he didn't feel like he was deserving to have and that he was right to have. If he felt like he was just nothing but a copy and wanted to free this woman who was deteriorating and falling headfirst into this grief, creating this world, creating this family, if he wanted to free her and return her to her actual family, he probably didn't expect that he would ever be able to give the letter. Minoka knew who the paintress represents, so at the bare minimum he was grieving her. The thing is CL said that he was quiet ever since they got to the monolith. So I think it's a combination of, like, grieving the paintress, but also I do think he had an idea of, like, what would happen. Minoko's also been around a long time and is Verso's best friend. And when they first conversed with each other, Verso said, it's our only chance. Like, our only shot. And Minoka was like, it's your only shot. So I feel like he definitely knew a bit more. I don't think he knew everything that Verso knew, but I can't say for certain that he didn't know what was going to happen to these characters. It feels like he knew, in my opinion. What would you have
done in my position?
I wouldn't have betrayed my expedition. I would have warned them that everyone they cared about was about to be erased.
Pop off,
Lune.
Lune.
Were about to be erased. I would have told them the truth. Because
damn,
after
that
everything
emotion.
we've been through, we deserved that.
I think it's so interesting because, like, what would they have done if they had known? Just gone on with, like, the Gamage, or would they have tried to find a way to save everybody?
Your expedition over your mother.
That's your problem. You think in false dichotomies. It wasn't an either-or situation. Other solutions were possible if you'd only trusted us enough to ask.
See, I love Lune. She's always gonna look for other solutions, and I love that about her. Like, she's never just gonna be like we either destroy the paintress or we don't. It's like, there's gotta be another option, and I love it. No, not a Disnut question. If it is a Disnut question, I will say Disnuts. Or I will say not rhetorical. You've seen so many streamers cheer for Lune, and that's because she's right. Okay? She's fucking right.
Knowing what you know now, would you have helped me force my mother out of the canvas?
Ooh, that is an interesting question. That would mean losing everybody. This is one of those questions where it feels impossible to answer, in my opinion. Here's why. I've talked about this with my sister at length. With hypotheticals like this, I think a lot of us, not everyone, but I think a lot of us tend to lean on the, like, I don't want to say optimistic side, but, like, it's easy for us to say when we're not in that moment and dealing with the emotions that we would have to confront in that moment, the anxieties, the feel, like, any of that stuff. It's easy to say when you're outside of it what you would do than it is to actively make that decision in the moment. So it's so interesting to, like, hear how people answer in, like, hypotheticals, because I think a lot of people think, oh, I would do that. Yeah, I would drive your mother out of the canvas. But if it meant losing everyone that was important to you and you also being erased and being gamaged, would you do it? Or would there be a sense of hesitation? Part of me leans towards Lune they all made an oath, so maybe they would push forward with it. But, like, the oath was made to prevent the gamage from happening to all of those people. So if you knew that that was going to happen, if you did this expedition, would you not go back and report? What would you do? It's hard to say. I feel like it's very hard to say. It's not easy. Just rules are perfect, okay? They're silly.
I don't apologize for saving her. But I am sorry I broke your trust. And I will do everything I can to help bring everyone back.
God, I love Lune. But see how she was silent when he asked that question of like, would you have forced my mother out of the painting? It's like, it's an impossible question to answer. Like, I think we'd all love to think that we would continue to do it. But like, would we if it meant losing everybody? Probably not. But it's Canvas Earth? No!
I don't need your mea culpa.
Oh.
You did what you felt you had to.
Oh, Ciel.
Of course. You were wrong.
I love her.
Oh well.
I thought you'd be more upset.
I was. I got over it.
Ciel, you're perfect. Sorry.
Everything I knew about our world is wrong. And you know what? I don't care. 'Cause death isn't death anymore.
That's
And
true.
That means I can see my husband again.
Ciel.
Oh, please. I'd sacrifice you in a heartbeat to get him back. So... I
Okay, damn!
Thank you.
As long as you help me bring Pierre back, you owe me.
God damn. That's wild, but you know what? I respect it. Hi, SKA. SK is my best friend. I'm sorry. Fuck you, Verso. He's my best friend, okay? Sorry.
Everyone's mad at you.
Don't be mad, SKA.
You can be sad, or bad, or even rad, but never, ever mad. Bad things happen when we get mad.
Oh, I know.
But never, ever mad.
I can never be mad at you.
Oh, I love you, SKA. SKA's the best. Sophie, Gustave, Lumiere. I don't know how anyone can experience their existence and think they're better than them. Absolutely cannot get it. Will not understand it. That is a red flag take.
Not to say I told you so.
Red flag take if someone says that,
I did, in fact,
they're less than.
Tell you so.
Not to say I told you so, but I do believe that I did in fact tell you so.
Thanks for the support. Was it worth it?
What
will you do now? I'll do my best to earn their trust back. Quite a steep hill to climb.
It will be a steep hill, but we'll do it. Yeah, he recognizes that they'll deteriorate if they stay in the canvas.
We have to push Papa out of the canvas before he erases everything.
I'm surprised he hasn't already.
He's been weakened by his battle with Maman. That's probably why he hasn't come after us. But it won't stop him for long.
If you and your father keep fighting, you risk breaking the world again. Another fracture, but this time, it might be you trapped inside the monolith.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate. I think I'm going to be talking about this game forever. Forever, forever. Well, yeah, Painter Renoir wants to protect his family. I don't think he cares. He's a painted creation by Aline. So his goals would never align with the curator, aka like actual Renoir. He's going to align with what she wants and protecting their family, because that's the family that he knows. To him, that's his family. After this camp, anyway. Protect yourself from spoilers if I continue, but we'll see. We'll see.
Maybe you should go home.
Just trying to push everybody outside the painting. Goddamn.
You're fighting each other, but you're all doing the same thing.
No.
Aww.
Eileen wants her son back. Renoir wants you and Eileen back. You want Gustave back. The cycle we needed to break wasn't the gommage.
It's grief.
It's your family's cycle of grief.
Literally, it's like they all want to get trapped in like these worlds where they can have the people that they've lost. Except for like Renoir actually wants Aline and Alicia in reality. Their reality. It's just so interesting because like this now feels like Alicia's reality. Like she was happy here with Gustave. But yeah. God. It's funny here because like Renoir really just wants both of them to come back to reality. But they're both... It's very interesting to me because it's like Aline created this well, not created this canvas, Verso did. Verso created this canvas and she dived into it because a piece of her son's soul was in this canvas. And so it's almost like she can be close to her son, the last bit of her son. She paints a copy of her son, paints a copy of the other members of her family, and is able to like live a life here. And then maybe she, I don't know, and I don't want to know, for the record, if this is true, but maybe she'd only planned to spend like a bit of time there to help her cope with her grief. But I feel like the longer you're in this ideal world where your family's all together, the harder it is to like go back to the reality where they're not all there, where it feels broken by grief. And then on Alicia's side, I feel like it's not just grief for her. It is and it isn't. Like it's grief for not just like her brother that she lost, but it's grief for like Gustave. And I feel like it's also grief for like this person that she was before the fire. In this world, she's not affected by the fire. And I keep thinking of how, like, Clair kept calling her, like, useless and, like, weak and whatever, and said that all she could do was go into the canvas. And in this world, she's so strong. She's 16 years old, and she's stronger than so many people. She goes on an expedition with other, like, 32-year-old people twice her age. It's so funny to me. Like, this really is probably what she hoped she would be. It is why, like... I can't blame her for not wanting to stay. It feels like everything that people have criticized her for. In this world, she's none of those things. So it's like, yeah, it's grief over Gustave, but I wonder if it's also like, if she goes back to that world, would she be then grieving everything that she lost in this canvas world? This is such an impossible situation to be in. I don't know if Clair would treat her like that forever. I think Clair is in a very hard place with her own grief and having to immediately be the head of the family where her parents are duking it out in a painting. It's hard. At least from the epilogue, Clair seems to kind of blame Alicia, and Alicia also believes it's her fault. From what I've seen, because I've only seen the epilogue, that's all I know of Clair, she does say to Alicia that she blames her. But I've said it before because Maëlle has also said stuff out of anger. Like, Maëlle has said stuff when grieving about Gustave to Ciel and Lune that, like, they're basically not grieving enough, quote-unquote not grieving enough, because they're not expressing their grief in the same way that she is. But I also understand because she's young, and so she's very much emotionally affected by the loss of Gustave, and when she doesn't see people having the same emotional reaction, it probably makes her think if they're just able to push on like this, do they even care? And so Maëlle also said some pretty cruel things to Ciel and Lune. Grief can make you say some nasty things. It doesn't excuse those nasty things that are said. I don't think Clair genuinely blames Maëlle. I think there are a lot of external factors that are giving her a lot of stress, whether it's like the grief and being the head of the family and just having to deal with a lot all at once. It doesn't make what she said okay. But I don't think that, I don't get the general idea that that is how she is all the time.
Our whole world carries the burden of your family's grief.
Damn. That is a lot. Yeah, I think she does love Alicia. And she loves Verso, but it's hard. It's hard grieving the loss of a person. Oh my god, create the greatest expedition in history. Hold on. Is she 32? She could be technically 32, but I imagine, I don't know.
Nice hair.
How that really is. I don't know how they consider that. Because she still looks the same age. So to me, I'm gonna go with she's still 16.
Oh yeah. That.
I can't believe there's another world.
But I don't know.
A world I'll never get to see.
And I don't want to know. Because I've only ever seen Paris and the Painters versus Writers world in Monolith Year 49.
Sorry. I didn't. My memories.
Oh, sweetie, you didn't know.
I would have told you if I'd known.
Don't apologize. You were trapped too. You lived among us. You're one of us. Even if you're also one of them.
Oh, Lune's so sweet.
It's so weird. I have memories of 2 childhoods. 2 homes. 2 Lumiere.
Oh, my.
You're not an orphan anymore. You just found your family. Don't you want to be with them?
She wants to bring Gustav back.
I love my family, but they're all gone. In one way or another. And you're my family too. So are Gustav and Emma. And I didn't see it at the time, but all the families who took turns taking care of me.
Maya, this is a lot to take in.
It is, but damn, poor girl. Maya's also just a child. She is, and I was a child back then.
Yeah. But for the first time in a long time, I have hope.
Oh, Ciel.
Clair, obscur, guardé aux peintures. Clair, obscur, trouble de rature, courera et fait. Clair, obscur, guardé aux peintures, trouvera sans elle. Clair, obscur, trouble de rature, trouvera et fait. Clair, obscur, guardé aux peintures, trouvera sans elle.
That's so beautiful. Oh my god, I got an SK ability. Get fucked. I can fly now, bitches. Hi, Sebi. How are you? Welcome in. I'm emotional. Hi, Hunt, as well. You wish you could react emotionally to things. It annoys you that it can't, especially when you watch movies or shows or games. It's okay, Story Owl. Not everybody reacts emotionally to things. My fiance, for example, does not always react emotionally to things. He does sometimes, but not always. I think sometimes people will have emotional reactions and sometimes they do not. And that is okay. Oh my god, I'm so excited. It has a wiggly Eiffel Tower. It's just a little leaning Eiffel Tower. Oh, thank you, hun. I appreciate it.
Once we're ready, we can head to Lumiere.
I'm not heading to Lumiere yet. I have places to go and people to see, okay?
Good stuff.
Plus 3 AP. Oh, that's sick. Well, I'll go here first. If you say I can't go here, though, I'm gonna be pissed off. The canvas. Wait, what? Oh, how cool. There's goo. Alicia, you are always so cool. Oh. There's the painting. I'm scared to, like, click on it. What happens if I click this? A canvas portrait of the Dessendre family. Do you wish to remove the portrait? I can put it, maybe I can put it in my manner, like the manner that I go to. That kind of feels like distorted a little bit. I now have the family portrait. Okay. I would love... Okay, I've been streaming an hour longer than I planned to. But yeah, thank you all so much for spending a little bit of your evening or your day here. It means so much to me that y'all want to hang out and just talk with me about these games and share these experiences with me. So thank you so much. Much love to you all. Bye. Take care. May your heart be your guiding key. And for those who come after, y'all,